your heart coach, and I just wanted to jump on today and say happy November. It is my birthday month, so I absolutely love November. And I just really wanted to get on today and just have a quick little chat with you. I'm in the office getting some work done, but I wanted to just come on one and say hello. And two, I really want to encourage you wherever you are in your life, whatever you have going on right now. Like, I really want to encourage you to sit and get still and start to ask yourself, why are you doing the things that you're doing? Right? I really want you to sit and ponder on this. Why are you doing the things that you are doing? Right? You really need to find that out, right? Because when you start to tell yourself the truth, it starts to set you free. And a lot of us don't realize how much we're living in bondage until we start to let things and people and beliefs and behaviors go. So, why are you holding on to what you've been holding on to? Why is it such a big deal for you? I personally have been in this space in my life where I am trying. I wonder if I can adjust this. Right, I'll put it right here. I've been in a space personally where I really have been realizing the importance of being honest with yourself and telling yourself the truth. And one of the things that I've realized is hard work and healing is a way of life. It's like a way of being. It's like when you decide you're going to eat a certain way, or adopt a new religion, even like a belief system. Doing your hard work is very important because it teaches you so much about yourself and the world around you. You don't realize how much you don't realize how much you are controlled by other people until you start to break down your behaviors. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you focused and have the goals that you have? Why are you trying to be this person that you've been pursuing, trying to be? And what I want to tell you is you need to be clear about why you're doing some of the things that you're doing, because the truth of the matter is, if your motives are not right, it does not matter what it is that you're wanting to do. What's going to happen is, it doesn't matter what you're wanting to get from your, like, whatever it is that you're doing, right? The motives behind why you're doing what you're doing are going to drive your outcome, right? So it's not that you're giving to the poor because people are poor and needy, but if you're giving to the poor because you already feel poor and insecure, and you're giving to them from a very insecure place, you're still not going to get the reaction that you want to get. You're still not going to get the outcome that you want to get from the deeds that you're doing. And the reason why you need to do your hard work is because when you do your hard work and you start to tell yourself the truth, then you start to realize, oh, wow, okay, I'm doing this from a very insecure place. Like, I felt rejection and abandonment as a child, and so now, I people please, or I try to overachieve because I want to feel better about myself, so I always go out my way and help people and give to people. Yeah, I want to help them, but I'm also giving to people from a insecure place. I'm giving to them because I feel like if I don't give, they won't love me. If I don't give, then people will think that I'm selfish. If I don't give, then people will think that you know they will think certain things about me, and believe certain things about me. And what I'm saying is, you got to start being honest. If you're in a relationship right now that's emotionally, mentally, spiritually abusive, financially abusive, we get so caught up on the physical abuse. But what about how people are abusing you mentally, being manipulative, being, just being downright nasty? But we stay there. Why? Because it's a family member, because it's a spouse, because it's a child. No, you got to start telling the truth about where you are and what you're doing in your life, right? You got to start being honest about how you feel about certain people in your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's real. It's real. You got to stop making excuses to be lacking and less than. Stop making excuses for people to mistreat you. This is a lesson that I am actively learning. We teach people how to treat us. And a lot of times we invest in people the way we want people to invest in us. We treat people the way we want people to treat us. But how you treat somebody does not equate to how they're going to treat you back. You cannot control other people. All you can do is control yourself. And what I'm saying is you have to stop focusing so much on doing. Stop trying to do the actions to be validated, to be enough, to feel fulfilled in your personal and professional life. Why don't you focus more on being? Why don't you focus more on being? Who are you? How do you feel? Why do you feel that way? Let me tell y'all something. I'm sending this email, right? And I'm getting ready to, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm multitasking. I don't always coach that when I'm doing my coaching, my clients, coaching with my clients. But, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But, I'm serious about this, us being honest and us, telling the truth about where we are and what we have going on in our lives. Like, one of the things that I have found out, and one of the things that I found to be true, is that one of the things that I found to be true is that when you start, you have to teach people how to treat you. And one of the things that I have had to learn this lesson in my life and really learn it in a very real way is that I didn't realize how bad I was treating myself. I didn't realize how much time, effort, and energy I have been placing into everybody else, and I wasn't investing in me. And I'm not talking about a long time ago. I'm talking about recently. I mean, I do hard work. I advocate for emotional wellness, mental wellness, spiritual wellness. I advocate for building heart equity, and I am constantly doing the work, and I'm constantly looking at myself. And one of the things I realized was if I really wasn't going to treat myself well and cater to myself, then how can I expect other people to do it? Right? And so the only way you can really treat yourself well and have a very good regimen of self-care is through honesty. Because what self-care for you might not be self-care for me. But we have to start to get so in tune with our being so that from our authentic being, we can proceed into what it is that we need to do. A lot of times we do things because people have told us to do them. We've seen other people do them. We've experienced other people doing these things, right? But it's not so much about like you can't listen to other people, you can't take advice from other people. It's nothing wrong with that. But you do need to be careful when you're taking advice from other people and you're only taking that advice because maybe you don't want them to get upset with you. Maybe you don't want them to take their love away from you. Maybe you don't want them to treat you the way they treat other people who oppose them. I realized that growing up in my life, I experienced being with people, being around people that I love dearly, but my conditioning was, I can be around them. I love being around them, but I just know I can't ever say anything to upset them. I know that if I mess up or do something they don't like, it's almost like I know I'm going to have a price to pay for that. And what happened in my life was I became a people pleaser, right? I became someone that I would pick up on emotional cues. That's why emotional intelligence is so important. But even as a little girl, I can tell when someone was sad or getting upset. And I remember trying to cater myself, try to shift myself, my personality, my mood to try to make them feel better. I remember doing that. I remember doing that and feeling like I had to do that if I wanted to feel love or feel accepted or feel a part of, right? It's like going along with the crowd. It's like the people who are friends with the bully only simply because they don't want the bully to bully them. And so all I'm saying to you, and what I have realized in this journey is I have bullied myself. I have been unkind to myself. I haven't spoken well to myself. And it's it's tough when you first realize it, but when you start working on yourself, then you begin to realize it's very freeing when you can tell yourself the truth. And so as we go into November, the second to last month of 2023, by the calendar we go by, I want to encourage you to begin to tell yourself the truth. If you can give yourself any gift through this season of giving, as we like to call it, I think the best gift you can give yourself is the gift of honesty. Tell yourself the truth. If you're hurting, you're hurting. If you feel unseen, you feel unseen. If you feel unloved, you feel unloved. Whether you know it's true or not, that's not what I'm talking about. We're in a season where people are taking their lives because they're hurting. Their hearts are so broken and they don't know how to express it. So what I'm telling you is allow your heart to heal. Allow your heart to breathe. Allow your heart to be expressed because it will absolutely transform your life. And yes, we will have our episode of the Heartline. It will come out on Friday. We had a delay this week, but be on the lookout. You will have an episode of the Heartline on Friday. And we do have a couple changes that will be coming up in November. Be on the lookout for that. And we're going to have a couple live events this December. So be on the lookout for that. If you're not on our email list, make sure you get on our email list. Go to theheartconnections.com and sign up for the heart checklist and get on our email list and stay connected. Because remember, when you master your heart, you'll master your life. I love y'all. Talk to you later.